Hi guys, good day to everyone. In last video we discussed how to model a knuckle joint. Today we will try to model a universal coupling. If you look after the universal coupling, there are 7 parts available. It's starting from fork, center, shaft, parallel key, pin, collar and taper pin. So first we will try to model one by one. We will go for a fork first. So to draw the fork, first we will try to model the base. So we consider this rectangle as a base. Let us open Creo. First, let us select our working directory. Click select working directory. I already added a favorites. If you are not added, you can add it as a separate favorite of a particular folder. In Creo model, I will just create a new folder here. I will call this folder as universal coupling. Let me click OK. Now let me start with new. So the first model is a fork. Let me type it as a fork. Uncheck this use default template. Click OK. Select MMNS path solid. Here first you will go for extrude. Select any one plane. Let me go for a right plane. Go for a sketch view. I will draw that rectangle. This is the shape of that rectangle. If you look after the dimensions, so this rectangle is having a height of 84 and the width is 16. So this has to be 84. In that case, this has to be half of it. So this has to be 42 and this is 16. So once we complete this, it will ask you what is the extrude length. The extrude length for this model is T7. We click OK. So make sure you go for a value of 57 and it has to be a symmetrical one. So go to symmetric section. So it has to be at the center. We click OK. Now we'll go for that circle. Click extrude. Select any one face. Go to sketch view. Draw a circle. So I can't able to locate the center because this datum plane is not considered as a reference. So go to reference. Click references. Select this datum plane as a reference. Then click OK. Now if I go here, I can able to see the snapping of the center. So now I will draw a circle. Let me check what is the diameter of the circle. The diameter of the circle is 57. So double click, change it to 57. We click OK. Now this has to be extruded. This cylinder is extruded for 38. So this has to be 38. So don't go for another circle which is a hollow one. So we will complete the additional operation first. Then we will go for subtraction. Let me click OK. Next we will concentrate on this particular shape. It starts from here. So you have to draw two circles. One of radius 20 and another of diameter 16. So click extrude. Select one face, either this or on the other side. Let me select this sketch view. So I am adding 3 references, 2 points at the center of the line. So now I'll go for a circle. I'll draw 2 circles here, 1 and 2. So the diameter here is 40. The area of inner circle is, diameter of inner circle is 16. We'll go for 16. Next, it is also asking what is the distance. Let me check the distance. So here from this point, the distance of the center is 18. So I will go to dimension. Let me select a dimension from here to this particular length of the line. So this distance has to be 18. Next, go for line. From the spawner, we'll just draw a line. Make sure it is tangent. So I'll get a tangent like symbol. So I'm getting here. Let me click. Similarly, here, from here, I will draw a line until I get a tangent. So I'm getting tangent, click it. Now you go to trim options, click delete segments. I don't want this part. Similarly this part, similarly these parts. I don't want all these parts. I will remove all these things. So now you can able to see that the circle is alone is shaded. So because I have not closed this, we go to line, we close this. So from here to here. So now you can able to see the part is ready now. I am going to extrude this. Let me check what is the extrude length. The extrude length is 84 minus 56. Since this is on both sides, so it has to be 84 minus 56 divided by 2. We click OK. So go to extrude and depth. 84 minus 56 divided by 2. So it has to be 14. So when you check here, it is extruded on the other side. So I have to flip it. So click this flip direction. So now it is properly arranged. Let me click OK. The same thing has to be repeated on the other side. So let me click extrude, click mirror. I'm going to mirror that. We select the center plane. So this is applicable only if you draw the rectangle, the first rectangle at the center. Select this and then click OK. So now this part, most of the things has been ready. The next thing is I have to go for hole. We check here, you have a hole. The diameter of the hole is 30. First, let us complete that. Go to extrude, select this face, go to sketch view. So I need a reference of the middle one. I'm selecting that. Now I will draw a circle. The diameter of the circle is 30. We click OK. And this has to be again in reverse direction. Since you have material, automatically it has selected remove material. Okay, but it has to be removing fully. So change this depth to through all, which means it will cut fully. So now I get able to get a full hole with respect to this. Let me click OK. Now we'll go for the keyway. If you look at the keyway, on the side view, you can able to see there is a higher distance here, whereas here it is having a lesser distance. So the keyway is mentioned as 8 into 3.5. So this distance will be 8 and 3.5 is the depth of that particular keyway. So just rotate it in this. Let me go to extrude, select the same plane what we used for the hole. Now I will draw a rectangle here like this. Don't worry the dimension of the rectangle. Make sure we are concentrating only on 8 and 3.5. So this has to be 8. It is having some offset like system. So it is not properly aligned. So let me go to dimension. Let me select this 2. This has to be 4. Now, so the distance is 3.5. So the 3.5 is from this circle to this. So let me create a dimension from here to the circle. I will click it here. So you get this distance. This has to be 3.5. Don't worry about the other dimensions. So because we are going to remove the material. Let me click OK. So if we check here, just you change the depth direction. Now you make it as through all. Click remove material and through all. So now you can able to see that you have a full depth of 4. You may click OK. So this completes the fork model. If you want, we can also include some fillets. So wherever it is required. So the fillets are here. By pressing Ctrl, I will select wherever I want fillets. Okay, I will give a dimension of 5. So you can able to see there's a fillet like this. Right, so now we'll save the file. Click OK. Let me go to file and close this particular model. Click create, open, new. I'll call this as center. Uncheck this use default template. Click OK. Select MMNS part solid. Now I'll go for a extrude option. Select any one face. Draw a circle. So first we have to complete the addition operation. Then we'll go for a subtraction. So the diameter of the circle is, as mentioned, it is 32 and the depth is 56. So this has to be 32. We click OK. So the depth has to be a symmetrical one and it has to be 56. We click OK. Similarly, let me go to extrude, select the other face, perpendicular direction, draw a circle. So again, if you check the dimension, so the distance from the center to this is 18 and the diameter is 32, and again that is also 56. So this distance is 18, diameter is 32. Click OK. Distance has to be 56. Again, this has to be at the symmetrical part. So you will get something like this. We click OK. Now we'll proceed the same to put holes on both sides. If we check the hole, the diameter of the hole is 16. We go to extrude, select the top face, sketch view, draw a circle, or I'll go to concentric circle. So I want a hole here. The diameter of this hole is 16. Click OK. So this has to be in opposite direction and it should be through all. Okay, right. We click OK. Repeat the same for the other side. Go to extrude, sketch view, again concentric circle. The diameter has to be 16. We click OK. Again change the direction and make sure the depth of cut is through all. And we click save. Click OK. Now let us go for the third part. The third part here is a shaft. If you look after the shaft, the symbol here indicates that if the shaft is having an infinite length, it may be varying. So what we will do is we will model the shaft for 90 mm distance. In that first 60 has to be, there is to be a slot. Okay, we will try to model that slot also. So save this file. Let me close this. Click new. So name it as shaft. Uncheck this use default template. Click OK. Go to MMNS part solid. Click OK. Now go to extrude. Select any one face. Sketch view. Draw a circle. So double click. Say the diameter is 30. Click OK. Extrude it for 90 mm. Okay, you no need to worry about symmetrical axis. If you want, you can also make it to symmetrical. We click OK. Now I'll go to extrude, select one face, sketch view. I will draw a rectangle. The dimension of the rectangle is 8. So this has to be 8. So this has to be half of it. So 4. Next, if you verify, the dimension from the outside slot to the end is mentioned as 26. Let me put a dimension related to this. So go to dimension, select the dimension from here to this surface, like this. So this dimension is 26. Double click, change it to 26. I click OK. No need to worry about the other depth. Let me click OK. So this has to be in opposite direction. We have to remove the material and the depth has to be 60. Click OK. So other than this, you also have a chamfer of 2 mm at an angle of 45 degree. This revolve, you have a chamfer here. When we click this chamfer, select this edge. So the depth of this chamfer is 2. Okay, most of the time default the angle will be considered as 45 degree. So or you can choose it here. So the 45 into D. So select it and D is 2. You can mention it like that. We click OK. Now you save this file. The next model is parallel key. This is also easy. I have to draw a parallel key of the dimension is 8 into 7 and the depth is 56. Let me proceed. Save this file. Go file, close, new, parallel. So in Creo, you can't able to create a name with a space. So you have to put underscore if you want. Parallel underscore key. And check this. Let me select MMNS part solid. Let me click OK. So go to extrude, select any one sketch view. Draw a rectangle. Let me draw a rectangle like this. So this has to be 8. This has to be half of it, so 4. This has to be 7. Let me click OK. Give the depth as 46. Okay, so this is a simple block. You save this. So the next one is we'll go for pin. So a pin you can able to see here. The pin shape is like a bolt like shape. So we have to complete that particular model with respect to that. So to do this, you can able to draw 2 extrudes or we can complete it in 1 revolve. So I will go for completing this in 1 revolve. Close this, go to new, the name is pin. Click OK. MMNS part solid, let me click OK. Go to revolve, select front plane, sketch view. Once you go to revolve, first step is you have to put a center line. Let me draw a center line. This is my center line. Now I'll put a L like shape. Go to here. Let me draw a L shape like this. So in this shape, let us dimension it accordingly. So the diameter is 25, depth is 9. So to change the dimension, in new version, you can double click and you can change it directly. And the entire part will change accordingly. But in older version, so we will go for modify and we will modify accordingly. Before that, we make sure that whatever the dimension specified in the figure, we will make a dimension related to that. So we have 25 here. So which is showing here, which is 306. Next, we have 9 is not shown here. Let me create a dimension with respect to that. Let me go to dimension. I'll create a dimension with respect to this. It is mentioned as 96. So you can add it. So 96 plus whatever the value with respect to that. And the top it is 16. So that is also mentioned here. Let me click modify. Select dimensions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Uncheck this regenerate. Go to the first dimension. This has to be 16. And next is 291. It is asking the value. So the value is 96 plus 9. So this has to be 96 plus 9. It is 25. And this has to be 9. So once you complete all these things, let me click OK. So now we can able to see the dimensions has been changed accordingly. Once this is over, let me click OK. So you can able to see an extrusion with respect to the a revolved object. Let me click OK. Now I have to put a hole here somewhere. Let me go to extrude, select any one plane, go to sketch view, draw a circle. The diameter of the circle is 3. Let me double click, change it to 3. And the depth is 89. So create a dimension with respect to that. Let me go to dimension, select the center to this. This has to be 89. Now let me click OK. Make sure that it's a full hole. So what I am going to do is I am going to give a depth which is around 16. So it should be symmetrical on both sides. Okay, or just increase this value. Make sure that it is creating hole on both the sides. Okay, let me click OK. So next we'll go for a collar. Save this file. The next one is a collar. Let me go to this, go to collar. Uncheck this use default template, click OK. MMNS path solid, proceed. So for collar, we need to draw two circles. Let me go for a extrude, select any one plane, draw two circles. So circle 1 and circle 2. If you check the diameter, one is 25, other is 16. The depth of these circles are 10. 25, 16. We click OK. Make sure it is symmetrical. Depth is 10. We click OK. Now I have to put a hole at the center. Let me go to extrude, select this face. So now I will draw a circle at the center. The diameter of the circle is 3. Make sure it's a hole. So make sure you change it to symmetric. Extend this. Click remove material. So that will remove this. Let me click OK. Save this file. So the last one is taper pin. If you refer the taper pin, it is mentioned as 4 into 30 on this side. So the length of this taper pin is 30 and this side dimension is 4. It is also mentioned as taper 1 is to 30. It means that for 30 mm, 1 mm there will be an increase or decrease. So if this is 4, the other side, so the total length is 30. So the other side will be 5. So we can draw this by using a revolve command. Let me proceed. I'll save this. Let me go to file, close. Go to taper underscore pin. Let me go for MMNS path solid. Click OK. Go to revolve, select any one plane, sketch view, draw a center line. Now I'll draw a line, so something like this. So you know the dimensions, this has to be 4, this has to be 5, and the distance, length, back to this length has to be 30. Once it's over, let me click OK. So you can able to get a taper pin. Okay, let me save this. We have completed all the parts for the universal coupling. In the next video, we will discuss how to assemble these parts. Thank you.